Let's get ready to rumble!
Welcome back to Keep It Real Boxing. This is Cypherbox, and I just want to talk about Brook versus Rabachenko. Sorry, got tongue tied there a little bit. As you know, Kell Brook is moving up to 154. He's moving up to the light middleweight division. Finally, probably conceded that he can't make weight anymore, and he can't compete at 147 after his loss to ERROL Spence Jr. Now, a lot of people are saying, yeah, you know, that's why he's moved up, because he can't beat ERROL and he's not a good welterweight, or he's not a good enough boxer, whatever the reason might be. Let's talk about Kell Brook a little bit in terms of his 2017. Not great for him, in all honesty. I know he likes to praise himself a lot for what happened with Triple G and stuff like that. But personally, in my opinion, I don't think him and Eddie Hearn have managed his career correctly, if I'm honest with you. And it is true. You know, they took the fight against Triple G. So basically, Kell's been holding on to the IBF title. You know, let's talk about his career. Let's not talk about 2017. Let's talk about since he's won the IBF belt. You know, he beat Sean Porter in a close fight, got the decision. I felt he won the fight, and that's not me being biased because I'm British. But I think he won that fight. He then went on and fought a bunch of mandatory challengers, didn't take any serious contenders on. You know, when he was trying to make fights with the serious contenders at welterweight, there was always a reason as to why the fight couldn't happen. Then decided to fight Triple G, go all the way up to 160, got beat, got injured, and then weight drained himself to come all the way back down to 147. In my opinion, I said it, that, you know, Kell Brook looked sick in that. He did, he looked like he was ill in that fight. You know, he just didn't look healthy at all at 140, back down at 147 against ERROL Spence Jr. Still boxed well. I felt he was winning probably 5 out of the first 7 rounds. And then he said in the 7th round, that's when his other eye got damaged. You know, similar injury to what he picked up against Triple G. And, you know, in the end, I think it was the 10th round, if I remember right, he took a knee and counted himself out because he sustained an injury to his orbital bone. But in the other eye, not in the same eye he got it from Triple G. And one of the things he turned around and said was that what's worried him about that injury was that the injury that he got against Triple G, the doctor turned around and said to him, you could have gone blind. And he said that was the first thought that went into his head, and he took a knee and obviously he got counted out. Let's face facts, he quit in that fight against ERROL Spence Jr. You know, and credit to ERROL Spence Jr., he did what he had to do. You know, he went in there, got the win, got the belt, and he's a champion now. Obviously, the fight with Amir Khan never materialised. If you go and watch my video on the welterweight division, I spoke about that. You know, I don't think that fight's ever going to happen, to be honest with you. So he's moved up to 154, and he's going to fight Rabchenko. Now, I don't really know too much about Rabchenko. I'm going to have to do my homework on him and, you know, see if there's any footage on YouTube. And like I said, I don't know every single fighter on the face of the planet, but, you know, I'm going to have to do my homework on that. So I don't know too much about him. I would assume that this is going to be a fight that Brook can win. You know, he's going to need a win, especially after 2 back-to-back losses to Triple G and then ERROL Spence Jr. He needs a win, and especially stepping into a new division, he needs to, you know, kind of feel his way and gradually work his way into that division, and, you know, become comfortable at that weight. Not only that though, you got to look at the kind of guys he's going to be going up against in that division. So, you know, you look at the likes of ERISLANDY, LARA's there. You got JERMELL, CHARLO, HURD, and then and then you've got SADAM Ali. I mean, in terms of the champions, now there's also, you know, a British rivalry potentially there as well with Liam Smith. Liam Smith, if you remember, he was the guy who fought Canelo and got beat by Canelo, of course. And, you know, there is still, you know, top competition in the light middleweight division. You know, the welterweight division is stacked, we know that, but light middleweight's not an easy division to compete in as well. And I'm wondering how Kell Brook's going to do in that division. You know, I think, you know, he'll fight Rabchenko, potentially if it can be possibly made, because Liam Smith is a Frank Warren fighter. Maybe fight Frank Warren, fight Liam Smith. And I think out of all the champions there that I just named, if he was going to go for a world title, I think he'd go for that WBO belt and try and take on Sadam Ali. No disrespect to Sadam Ali, he had a great performance against Miguel Cotto, a retiring Miguel Cotto. But I don't think he will be quick to jump in the ring with the likes of a Jarrett Hurd or even ERISLANDY, LARA or JERMELL CHARLO straight away. I'm not saying he's avoiding him or he wouldn't consider it. I know from what I understand, I've read an article a while ago where he did, or a video where he mentioned JERMELL CHARLO, but I think he needs to kind of gradually work his way into the division, get himself comfortable out of the way, kind of like Andre Ward did before he fought Sergey Kovalev. Had 1, 2, 3, maybe possibly 4 fights, and then and maybe that 4th fight could be against the likes of a Sadam Ali, and then take on the other champions if that's what he wants to do, Kell Brook. But I definitely don't think he should just jump straight in there with the likes of JERMELL CHARLO, especially JERMELL CHARLO. For me, in my opinion, JERMELL CHARLO is probably the kingpin in that division. He's got ambitions to become undisputed champion. This is why he hasn't moved up with his brother Jamal to 160. He wanted to be undisputed at 154. JERMELL CHARLO wanted to move up to 160, take on the likes of Canelo, Triple G, because he thinks he can beat him. So I think, and he is dangerous. JERMELL CHARLO, the Charlo brothers, both of them are dangerous, but JERMELL at 154, definitely. Then you got ERISLANDY LARA, who's a slickster, slick boxing skills, gets a lot of criticism in his last few fights for being quite negative in his approach, but I don't have a problem with it. Like I said, I like all styles and I enjoy the boxers as well, the 12 rounders, the intelligent, smart, hit and not get hit. So it doesn't really bother me. I know it bothers a lot of other people, but it doesn't bother me. I'm just curious to know how you guys out there think Kell Brook's going to do. I think Kell Brook could do pretty well, providing he makes the right decisions this time. Don't go and pick up a world title and then just fight a whole bunch of mandatory challenges. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help you at all, Start taking on the best names in your division. He should have done that at welterweight when he beat Sean Porter. He should have made the fights against the other top fighters, Thurmans, Garcias, etc. He didn't. He could have made a lot of money from that as well, but he chose to go after the big payday against Triple G, and it cost him more than I'm guessing he would have wanted. Because he came back, fought in Errol Spence Jr., weight drained himself all the way down 147 and struggled. In the end, and got beat again. So Kell really needs to get a win in this fight against Rabchenko as well. So, which I'm guessing that's why they picked this guy. But then in the next one, he needs to really make a statement at 154. Otherwise, people are not going to take him seriously, and I don't know what that's going to do for his career. He's not getting any younger, and like I said, the fight with Amir Khan doesn't look like it's ever going to happen. So, if he doesn't do well in this division, it could end up starting to limit his possibilities in the sport, in my opinion. Or you could end up seeing him, retiring or walking away from the sport. Personally, I think he is a very skillful boxer, a lot of talent. I've never said that Kell Brook is not a talented individual. I just like to see him, I suppose, fulfill his potential that we saw in him, that I saw in him as a fighter, coming up in the ranks. And I still don't feel I've seen that from Kell Brook. I don't feel we've seen the best from Kell Brook. And that's what we need to see. The other question you have to ask is what kind of psychological effect the injuries have had on him. Now, he's going to take punches to the head. He's going to take punches to his eyes, and every time when he feels a little niggle, is that going to distract him? Is that going to cause him a problem? Is the confidence there? Does he have belief that he's fully fit to go in there and fight again? It's like James DeGale. James DeGale wasn't confident going into. He clearly wasn't. When he went into the ring, he didn't use that right arm of his enough, that right jab, because he wasn't confident in his shoulder, his shoulder injury, which he had surgery on. And you got to ask that question. Has that psychological effect of the injuries from Triple G and the Errol Spence Jr. fight? Have they washed away? Has he got rid of that? Is he over that? Is he confident? Is he happy? Is he comfortable getting in the ring? I suppose the only way we're going to answer that question is when he gets in the ring and he takes a hard shot to his eyes or to his upper head. That's the only way we're going to get an answer to that question. Let's hope so. Still like to see Kell. I think he's still got a lot to offer. I still think we haven't seen the best of him. I think he's a talented boxer, and I hope, I wish Kell the best, but he's got to show it in there. At the end of the day, he's coming off 2 back-to-back losses. You know, he clearly showed a vulnerability in terms of his eye injuries, whether that will reappear again. You know, there's a lot of questions to be asked about Kell Brook right now, in my opinion. And, you know, we're going to get the answers to those questions pretty soon. You know, when he steps in the ring at 154 against Rabchenko and potentially other top names in that division. All right, let me know what you think. Until next time, this is Cyphbox reminding you to keep it real.